All right, welcome to the team call, you guys. Happy Monday night. Thank you so much for sacrificing some of your time to be part of this. I love when you're on live, and I appreciate those of you at home that are catching the replay. So the blessing of this business is that it snowballs. How many of you guys have read The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge? By show of hands. Okay, like half-ish, or understand compound interest when it comes to banking and savings. So the compound effect happens with this business with time and consistency. That bell curve, as opposed to a straight line, like a straight trajectory, it's more of a bell curve shape with your income. I don't know if any of you guys saw Brian's income post that he put out there this last week. I thought it was really awesome. It showed, if I recall, it showed that in February of 3 years ago, he made 200 bucks. And then in February of 2015, he made 1,000 bucks. And in February of 2016, made $2,000. And you know what? I talked about him, I think the last time I led a team call, I was talking about time management. And no, it was on our live power hour. I was talking about Brian Saunders because that dude barely has any time to work his business. You know, like he's a coach and a full-time job, and he teaches classes, and I know we're all super busy and all have 24 hours in a day, but like it's really impressive that, I mean, think about it, you guys, $2,000 a month is a lot of money, and he doesn't give the business that much time, but he is consistent, and he does do the vital behaviors. And last week I have 2 separate pages that are outside of Team Play Hard, and one of them is my personally, or is the diamonds of Team Play Hard, all the diamonds that are in Team Play Hard. And like 5 of us, including myself, had a record high income last Thursday, like record high, like mine was ridiculous. And it's because of this compound effect. And it's awesome. It's a blessing in this business. By the way, all of us that are making income and seeing that, we're all listening to the National Wake Up Call. We're all doing the vital behaviors. So it's like that simple, the vital behaviors. That's like, if you extract out of it what our common denominator is, that's it. We're doing the vitals. So the curse of that, so that's the blessing. The curse, and I guess I should speak for myself, is that, although Emily would probably say the same thing, it can like get out of control. Like it can start to consume your life. Like my team, you guys have become this like huge empire, like a tribe of a lot of people. Like there's 650 of you, and trying to manage that well has it's sort of consumed my life. And I've been hearing this last year and feeling like I'm not being the mom I want to be, and I'm not being the wife I want to be. And people are saying to me, gosh, you're so busy. Oh, you're so busy. You're so busy. Do you ever slow down? Do you ever take downtime? And I need to let the dog out. A good friend of mine saw me at the gym, and he's kind of like a father figure to me. He saw me at the gym, and he's like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And he's like, but I'm worried about you. Do you rest? Like, do you take your foot off the gas? And like Brittany Adamson, like all of my mentors are like, you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. You gotta slow down because you need to have a life. Like no one's gonna care how much money you make if and want to join your team if you're crazy and frantic. So the blessing of this business is that there's a compound effect, and the curse is that it can take over if you're not, if you don't protect yourself. And so that's just kind of been on my heart and in my mind for like this last year. And a lot of my mentors, though, like Holly Hireman being one of them, Brittany Adamson, Karen McDonald, they know, and we've talked about this. And thanks, Julie. I am crazy, but so Holly Hireman, if you don't know who that is, she's my upline, and she's a multi-millionaire in the company. And I see her at all the big live events, Summit, Leadership, you name it. And Platinum Edge, and then now Smart Success this last weekend. So she knows, like I need to slow down and like get a grip and get systems. And so I was in California filming P90X, and I got a text message from her this last week, and she said, Chalene and Brett Johnson just gave me a free ticket to Smart Success. It's like a $2,000 ticket. And she's like, I'll take you. If you can stay an extra couple days, I'll take you. So I called my husband, and he's, of course, supported me like he always does. Talked to the kids, and I stayed. And Smart Success is Chalene Johnson's personal and business development seminar. Just so you guys know, I have been someone who, I've like never said this really publicly before. I've maybe said it like to Jembers or something, but I like don't want to like Chalene, because she's like so perfect and so hot and like can dance in those heels, and she's like the hot girl that I don't want to like, but I do, because she's so incredible and authentic and freakishly humble and personable and relatable, even though she's superstar. And this seminar was so amazing, and it wasn't specific to the coaching business. It was specific to life and how to win at our life, and how to win in business. That's part of it, but how to win in your family, how to win in your hobbies, how to win in your finances, how to win in your business, how to win. And I'm going to do some of the drills she taught with you guys tonight with your pen and paper that she did with us on one of the days. Seriously, I have enough content that I could lead team calls from Smart Success for the next like decade. But let's see. Hold on a second. Sorry, I just yelled at my husband. Speaking of bliss and harmony, I'm like, can you get the dogs? Okay, so how to do less but to speed up. Like, so what I swear I've taken away, you guys, which is so exciting, is I swear I have taken away, because it wasn't just, oh, you should do this. It was like, here's how you do it. We learned how to do it. So how I can work less but be more productive. I learned how I can be a better leader and still have a life. So I want to read to you her definition of success, and if you want to write it down, you may, or I'll just post it. I'll post this slide in Team Play Hard. To live your purpose is to, regardless of your occupation, position, age, or situation, simply look for opportunities to share your gifts, lessons learned, and challenges you've overcome thus far to help those who are positioned to receive it. Those positioned to receive. To live your purpose is regardless of your occupation. So you could work retail, like whatever, regardless, like you could work at McDonald's, to your age, your situation, to look for opportunities to share your gifts, lessons learned, and challenges you've overcome thus far to help those who are ready to receive it. So I want you to write down, what don't you love about your life? I'm not going to ask you to share. Just write it down right now. Write it down. Right. What don't you love? Like, just word dump. everything. Oh, good. Embers is home now, so she can do it. What don't you love about your life? Okay, I'm going to have you answer 18 questions. I'd like to work approximately blank hours per day. My favorite part of what I do each day is, write down my answer. My favorite part of what I do each day is what? The best part of my job or business is, fill in the blank. Best part of my job or business is. The one thing I like least about what I have to do is. I feel enslaved or controlled by this part of my job or business.
Ellen, can you repeat that one?
I feel enslaved or controlled by this part of my business. When I'm doing this, I don't feel like I'm working. When I'm doing this, I don't feel like I'm working. If I could eliminate one pressure of my work, it would be blank. I'll read these twice. If I could eliminate one pressure of my work, it would be when it comes to my schedule, I wish I feel overwhelmed when this happens. Fill in the blank. I feel overwhelmed when this happens. Tell me if I'm going too fast.
That last one, Ellen.
Yeah, and tell me if I'm going too fast. I feel overwhelmed when this happens. We're on number 9, we're going to 18. I feel overwhelmed when this happens. If I won $1 trillion, I would spend most of my time If I won $1 trillion, I would spend most of my time if I never had to do this again, it would be fine by me. Fill in the blank. If I never had to do this again, that would be fine by me. What would that be? I wish I had a better relationship with, and it could be anything. It could be someone, it could be food, it could be exercise, it could be a person. I wish I had a better relationship with blank. God. I'd like to be able to vacation with a clear mind blank weeks per year. How many weeks per year would you like to be able to vacation with a clear mind? If I had the money to do this thing, this blank, it would make everything possible. We have 4 more on this exercise. When I picture myself nearly retired, dabbling in my business, I would spend the majority of my day doing what? When I picture myself nearly retired, dabbling in my business, I would spend the majority of my day doing what? Sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on blank. Sometimes I feel like I'm missing out on my personal life and work would feel more balanced if blank. My personal life and work would feel more balanced if blank. That's number 17. There's one more. And the last one is, I know I'm making an impact on others when I can do this. I know I'm making an impact on others when I can do this. So while you're finishing that one up, just to give you a little foresight into her and who was in the room, it was in the room were a ton of multi-millionaires that that have been mentored through Chalene Johnson's Smart Success, which is that program, and then have gone on to the Virtual Business Academy and then have gone on to Marketing Impact Academy, and then are multimillionaires, living their life, their like true life by design. And one of the things that through the process of these programs that she's put out and some of the steps that she gave us this weekend was that when you get to a certain level with your business, like where I'm at, or your schedule, and I'm not saying you guys are there or are there yet, it makes sense to, hi Miss Tammy, it makes sense to hire a virtual assistant. I can, like, for example, for $9 a day, hire someone from the Philippines to do some of the work that I don't want to do, that I don't like, that I'm not that good at, for $9 a day, $3 an hour. And so there's things like that, maybe years or months down the road for you guys, and maybe right now for me. And when you want to be great at this business, and there's people that are like really successful, like she used herself as an example of being a public speaker. That's what she does now. She's just a public, she works for 2 hours a day. She works for 2 hours a day, farms everything else out. And she said people that like are aspiring motivational speakers might look at her and think, okay, that's what I want to be. So I need to start looking into my first speaking engagement, like setting it up. And she's like, no, they shouldn't be following what I'm doing right now. They should be following someone, and they shouldn't be doing what she was doing when she was where they were at, because times change. Social media changes, the world changes, technology changes. They should be doing what someone just a little tiny bit ahead of them who is successful is doing. So when I apply that to you guys, maybe I'm ready to hire a virtual assistant to do some of the stuff I'm not very good at, you know? But maybe that's not your next step. Maybe your next step is looking to someone else on the team, or a different coach on a different team that's just a little bit ahead of where you're at, making a little bit more, having a little bit more success, and follow what they're doing. Okay, now I would like for you to write down on your piece of paper these 6 things, numbers 1 through 6. Actually, don't number them. Just, I want you to make a list of these 6 things. The first one is purpose/career. Don't put a number next to it. Just purpose/career. That's the first one. Write that down, please. And the second one underneath that is marriage or your romantic life. So romance, make a heart. Romance. Marriage. Underneath that, put your physical health and fitness. And then underneath physical health and fitness, put mental health. Your mental health. Underneath mental health, put your family and your friendships. Family and friendships. So that's different than your marriage and romantic life. Your family and your friendships. And then lastly, put your faith and your spirituality. So purpose and career is at the top, then marriage, romantic life, physical health and fitness, mental health, family and friendships, and your faith and your spirituality. So take a second to put a number next to each of those. I want you to rate them. 10 being like, you're rocking it, it's going great. 10 is like, yeah, my marriage is like killing it. Like, it's fantastic. It couldn't be any better. It could not be any better. And then start writing down. And then a 1 being like, I'm bad at this. I suck. I suck in this category is a 1. Okay, go. And when everybody's kind of looking up, I'll move on.
Lay down. Boys and Psalm and Seti. Lay down. Lay down.
Ellen, can you repeat it for Connie?
Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, ready, Connie? Thanks, Bobby. Purpose and career was the first one. Just don't number them because it'll get confusing when you add your number system. When you rate them, it'll get confusing. So the first one is purpose and career. The second one is marriage and romantic life. The third is your physical health and fitness. The fourth is your mental health. Am I going too fast? The fifth is your family and friendships. And the sixth is faith and spirituality. By the way, I just really appreciate that. Like, I know Connie and Michael teach, and Embers just took a Zumba class, and like, I know that some of you guys go to kind of a great length to get on tonight, and I really appreciate it. We have about 10 more minutes of the call left. Okay, so I think you guys have numbered those. If not, you have homework. Okay. Based on your low numbers, we're going to set a 90-day goal because there has to be a practical application. This isn't just like, hey, think about what you want out of your life. Have a good night. Have a great week. But I want to give you an actual like takeaway, something you can practically apply. And so we're going to work on a 90-day plan. So look at your low numbers. Does anyone want to share where they're low? I mean, you're welcome to. I can tell you where I'm low. Yeah, Bobby.
Faith and spirituality.
I was too,
That's a
actually. You're low there?
Well, I'm agnostic, so there's like nothing there. Yeah. I'm just like, cool. I failed this test.
Well, if you're happy with that, then you're probably like actually like a 10 in the agnostic scale. I don't know. Anyone else? What else were you low in, Bobby?
What else was low?
Yeah, what else was low?
Gosh, let me look. Probably the health and fitness because I'm still rebounding from my move.
Yeah.
So.
I was low in the things that matter the most to me. I was low in family and friends, and I was low in my hobbies, which is art. I'm not painting. Like, that gives me joy, that feeds me, and I'm not painting. And I'm not, the things that matter so much to me, where my spirituality isn't where I want it. Like, those were my low numbers. So anyway, I want you now to make a list based on your low numbers of what types of things you could actually do in the next 90 days to improve some of those numbers. Like pen to paper, let's do it. What are some actual practical things? Do you need to set a date night? Do you need to get rid of processed food out of your pantry? Do you need to, what do you need to do? You need to schedule time to meditate or to pray, or do you need to start seeing a counselor? Like, I don't know where you were low. So work on practical things you could actually do. Even if they're little things. Little things are great. Okay, now write down, I'm kind of rushing you at this point, but you can go back to these things tonight, or maybe do them with your partner or spouse. Now write down my current priority is, and your current priority is your lowest number. What was your lowest number? That's your current priority. That's your current 90-day goal. And it's weird. It might not be what you want it to be. Like, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Mine is my art. My lowest number was my hobby. My lowest score, my 0 was my hobby. That's what's getting absolutely nothing. I didn't really like where my family and marriage and spirituality were at. I'm not happy with those numbers, but the lowest was hobby. So what is your lowest number, whether it's what you want it to be, whether it's what you want to focus on the next 90 days or not, that is your current 90-day plan. And I'm going to sort of wrap up here in the next like 5 minutes. So you all have it, right? You all know what your current 90-day goal is, your current priority. When I first met Jen Fuji via social media and Instagram, and we were talking. She was a new coach and working really hard, and we were talking a lot. And I knew that she owned this gym and was super fit, and I knew she was a personal trainer, and I was like, what? I told her how I eat, and I'm like a pretty healthy girl. Like, I buy lots of whole grains, I eat lots of raw fruits and vegetables, lean meats. Like, I'm a pretty healthy girl, you guys. Like, whole wheat pasta if I'm gonna have pasta, brown rice if I was gonna have rice. Like, I was having wine every night, and kind of a lot of wine every night. And also I would have string cheese. Like, I know it's silly, but like string cheese and almonds was one of my healthy snacks. So I would have cheese every day. And okay, ready? Here's the big one. I had a peanut butter and jelly every damn day. Like, I was obsessed. I drink black coffee. Like, I like my coffee black, but I like it with something a teeny bit sweet. So I have Adam's peanut butter, which is good for you. And I would get this like Dave's Killer Bread, which is pretty wholesome bread, pretty high protein, pretty fibrous, good nutrient dense bread. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Like, PB&J. So I would have one every day. It was my lunch every day. I'd have a cup of black coffee and a peanut butter and jelly, and it was like my favorite thing. So I'm like, I told her, but like, seriously, I'm pretty healthy. And I told her all this. And she's like, okay, if I were you, I would get rid of all that. I'd get rid of all the alcohol. And she's like, I'd get rid of all the cheese, no cheese. And she's like, and I would get rid of that peanut butter and jelly. And she's like, but just give up one right now. She's like, don't try to give up all three, you'll fail. Just like give up one thing. And so I gave up the peanut butter and jelly. I started doing peanut butter and fruit in a yogurt cup, which was her suggestion. So like, I got rid of 2 pieces of bread a day. Like, hello, compound effect. Like, that's think about all the hundreds of pieces of bread. That was like three years ago. And then I stopped. Like, no more bread. Like, I don't eat bread. I don't even miss it. I don't even do it. And then eventually I stopped having cheese. And I'll have it if I like go out, or if there's pizza around me, I'm going to eat 5 pieces. But other than that, I don't eat cheese. And then finally I gave up wine, and I'll have it for celebratory, like I'm going to drink on the cruise. And so anyway, little by little, I gave up those things. So the reason I'm telling you that is because whatever your low thing was, your low number on your balanced life list, that's going to be your 90-day push and focus on working on some of those action items, specifically the ones that pertain to that, whether it's what you wanted to or not, because what will happen is some of those other things will start to shift and they'll start to shift too. Like, messing with one will change the other ones, and then you'll reassess in 90 days and you'll work on the low one again. And we don't want to change, like, everything at once. We don't want to try to tackle all our low priorities at once. We just want to do one. So I wanted to say also about this smart success, like, one of the things that was impressed upon me is, like, if we're always chasing that carrot, like, I think I told you guys this the last time I had you on live, because my pastor was talking about it at church. Like, if you're always like the carrot chasing person, there's always going to be a carrot. like there's always going to be, and I find that particularly true in this company because it's like, oh, I got this rank. I want that rank. And then it's like, oh, I'm making $500 a month. I want $1,000 a month. I'm making $1,000 a month. I want $2,000. Like, it's like, there's always a carrot. And if you get lost in that and don't enjoy and love like the process, then it's not joyful. And so just loving, I want us to love the process and wherever we are, and know that we're like abundantly blessed with what we have now, with what we have right now. We are abundantly blessed now. And okay, so to wrap up, I want to like feather in a lot of the things, these practical lessons that I learned. There's way too much to give to you on one team call, but I'd like to feather some in over the course of the next few calls that I lead, because I think we can lose our focus and then lose our minds, and then we're losing it's our life. Like this is our life. Like we need to have balance with our relationships and our money and our hobbies and our sleep and our nutrition and our business and all those things. And so I'm going to slow down to speed up, and I would encourage you guys to do the same. So starting with that 90-day push, doing those little behaviors that that hopefully will help mess with that whole list. So food for thought, and I'm going to read the chat bar, and if you guys have any questions or comments, please. I feel like I monopolized. Like I didn't even take a breath. Oh, Sherry's on. Well, where's Sherry? I didn't see her on my screen. Oh, there she is. We can't see her. Hi. Okay, well, I'm reading the chat bar, everybody.
Oh, I just got on the call. I just want to say, Bobby, you are awesome. Good job on becoming a master trainer, a trainee, or ambassador.
Connie and I want to aspire to be you someday.
Yeah, we want to be like you, Bobby.
Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Tammy, that's so funny. I accidentally spelled his name Booby once. It was really funny. Booby.
Response. Did you see his response to you writing Booby?
Uh-uh.
Bobby, remember what you wrote last week or the week before when she said called you Robert?
Oh, yeah, what did he say? Do I want to know?
No.
Embers, Leslie? Anything? Thoughts? Kristen, Sherry? Anybody? Dawn? You guys are quiet.
I thought it was really awesome that you're sharing what you've learned from Success Club, and you're being vulnerable. And so I just want to take the time to thank you for that, because I know it's not always easy. And for me, one of the things that's low is my purpose and career, because I've had a lot of family crap going on right now. And so that's one of the things that I'm working on. But also I've noticed that while I'm trying to take care of my family, I'm doing the things that, like cleaning my house and cooking. I hate that stuff. I want to play with my kids, you know? I want to be more about being in relationship with them than cleaning stuff and cooking food. So
first of all, it's really distracting to talk to you when you have a pink tent behind you. That pink tent looks really inviting. I like really want to go crawl in there. I really do.
You should. My cat and my daughter love it.
Like power hour in the pink tent. Kristen, I gotta tell you guys, I am not super domestically inclined. Like I don't like cleaning, and I really don't like cooking unless I'm drinking wine and I've got a good friend in the kitchen. Like it's not fun. I wish I really did, but I don't. And so I hired a cleaning lady. Haha. Thank you, Leslie, for the recommendation. And like, I'm just like, it's changing my life. So I mean, seriously, I think Kristen, like, hire a cleaning lady, let it go. You don't need to do it. You need to be playing with your kids.
You do. I can't wait to do that. I'm going to.
What is that, Bobby? What's the Eins effect?
Oh, it's not Eins, it's Ines.
Oh,
So
sorry.
I'm already in the Virtual Business Academy, and I've watched several of the modules. I just literally, like, I can't get started on it. Like, there's just I can't afford a virtual assistant. I know it's really inexpensive, but I don't even have that money to shell out yet. And yes, I see that finger, Ellen.
Smart success first. You got to do smart success first.
Yeah, well, I skip things. I skip order. Okay, there's no order in my life, Ellen. You know that. Plus, I saw the thing is, she hooked me because she had a little webinar and it said it was, you save money now. And so I was like, well, I have to do it and charge it to my credit card, among other things. So, and that's why I need to know this business.
He does that all the time. Guys, because he spends money, like, it's always on good stuff, like really good stuff, but like, Bobby, like all the time. He's like,
But money I don't have. That's the biggest problem. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, that's because I'm 26. So the Ines effect, the way that Chalene Johnson described it is she didn't want to do a bunch of her tasks at her house, right? And so she was overwhelmed. And so Brett Johnson, her husband, went and told her, like, hey, you should hire somebody to clean. Just help with laundry, just laundry help, and that's it. And if it doesn't work out, that's fine. You can just tell her, like, it's, start off by saying that it's a temporary job and that it's just to help catch up on things, and that if it doesn't work out, you just tell them, okay, the task is fixed, and then you find somebody else. Okay, that's it. And they don't know any better. But if it works out, then you just keep them. All right? And so she went one day and found this woman. I think she posted an ad. Her name was Ines, and she was Hispanic. And so she went in and started to clean the house, or she just went to do the laundry. But unlike us, when we all do laundry, we kind of just don't do anything else, right? We can't, it's laundry and that's it. You have to, like, watch TV. You can't be cleaning and doing other things on top of that. Well, not Ines. Ines went and, like, cleaned up Shalene's house, everything, was doing everything, and just like a windstorm. And so she kind of called that the Ines effect, because it really just freed up so much time for her. Because for us, whereas we're seeing this as a chore, somebody else is seeing it as a job. And so instead of just sitting there and waiting for the chore to be over, for the laundry to be done, to then switch to doing the folding and then the putting away of the clothes and then doing the sweeping here or there, all at different times, she just did it all. Because she did as best she could. And so Ines, like, didn't leave until she kind of, I guess, like, I think Chalene taught her how to grow her own business or something, probably. But Ines was with her for a while, and she absolutely loved her. So that's what she called the Ines effect. So that's one of those modules in there she talks about.
I'm in Crestville, Oregon. I'm Ellen's neighbor. Someone just asked me where I'm located. But and Ellen's cleaning lady, Marilyn, is a friend of mine and lives up the street from me. Yeah. And it is like it is your birthday when you come home and she has cleaned your house. She cleans it like no other. I've seen her actually get on her hands and knees and clean my enormous tile floor, and you could eat off of it. It's never been that clean, and I miss her, and I'm hoping to build my business back enough to have her back, because I kind of just have her here and there, like special occasions or when I'm feeling completely overwhelmed. She kicks butt, Marilyn does. She's amazing, and she'd be a really awesome Beachbody coach.
Yeah, you need to get her signed up.
Yeah, but Ellen, thank you for this training tonight. It is, it's so funny because it's always the things that you don't want to do that probably would benefit you the most, and it takes somebody else sometimes to tell you that. But so thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's probably true.
You're welcome. Good. I was worried a little bit that, let me stop the recording. We can keep talking.